So Pooh Shiesty put out a new album and he is snitching on himself once again. This isn't surprising at this point. We saw him on camera kidnapping Gucci Mane. He is probably going to be facing decades in prison for this crime, as well as breaching his probation, doing all of this while he was on ankle monitor. This guy really won Dummy of the Year 2026. And now he's dropped his album. People are calling it straight crash out music, but it's not even him that's making the most money from it. The man he kidnapped, Gucci Mane, Big Mr. 1017, all right, his label is officially listed under the owners of the project, and some of the stuff Pooh Shiesty is admitting to on this project is just some of the most insane self-snitching I've ever seen. We've seen him talking about sending hits from jail, all right, I ain't shot nothing in like 4 years, I ain't sent a hit in 3. You know, allegedly he's had people killed. He's claimed that he had nearly as many bodies as Boosie. The guy is just an absolute D1 crash out at this point, okay? So I'm going to break it all down to you in this video. I'm going to tell you all the backstory. I'm going to point out some of the self-incriminating lyrics that might have gone over your little head. And it's just devastating for Pooh Shiesty at this point. It is absolutely, it's just finished. It's over with, all right? So it feels like it wasn't even that long ago when he dropped FDO, all right? We might not get FDO Part 2 for 20 years, okay? It was at the start of the year, FDO dropped, now just in time for his album to come out. It was certified platinum. This is the trajectory this man was on. All he had to do, he could have been one of the greats. When this, at the start of 2026, when rap music was in the toilet before Drake came back and saved it, this song was the highest charting rap song in the whole world on Billboard charts. All he had to do was not kidnap his boss. Just one little thing, all right? Just don't kidnap you. That's all you had to do. And he flopped. He failed, okay? So the news came out a couple of days ago that Pooh Shiesty's new album was releasing, okay? Or it had released out of nowhere, really. It was just, it kind of just came out of nowhere. So Gucci Mane is releasing a new Pooh Shiesty album this Friday. 17 songs, 5 features. And they did him dirty with this image. I'm not going to lie to you. They used the big grinning Gucci Mane, smiling, cheesing, all right? Just positively elated at having this man's entire career in his palm, all right? He couldn't take it back from him. He signed that deal under duress. The Pooh Shiesty is still signed to the label. He really threw his life away. Gucci Mane counting that money. It says, yeah, he's still signed because by law, that release is voided because it was done under duress. And people are making some very good points on this Reddit thread. They're saying Gucci never even had the power to release him anyway. He signed to Atlantic first, so they have the first and last say. So ultimately, Shiesty is just a dumb fuck. I mean, I think everybody knew that except Shiesty and Chopper Gang. Dumbass dudes wanted to say they robbed Gucci. They just wanted the clout. They just wanted the credit, all right? They did all that. Now they all booked. And Gucci Mane getting paid off Shiesty still, okay? You can't mix the streets with business. Saying, dude, you thought that shit he pulled was going to work? Shiesty got the IQ of an effing pigeon on my mama. Straight fish brain. Literally, the reason why labels and people have lawyers, they do this in a recorded business setting. Maybe he was thinking about how Dre and Suge Knight did Eazy-E, but even then, Eazy successfully went after them in court. He didn't finish. He didn't make it to the end of the Eazy-E Wikipedia page. He didn't make it to the end of the Vanilla Ice documentary. He didn't work it out. People saying a pigeon smarter than Pooh Shiesty. Imagine a dude dropping your unreleased while you're behind bars and not giving you shit from it. Should have went to Gucci to say you need a little more bread. Let's work this out, the contract out the right way. If you think he wasn't getting his fair share of royalties before he kidnapped the boss of the label, good fucking luck getting a penny, getting a red penny out of Big Mr. 1017. It's insane. He probably did. That's what people aren't understanding. I feel like there's more to it behind the scenes. Gucci's known for not treating his artists right. Honestly, I'm not trying to hear it, because do you remember this? When FDO came out, this man was looking like the richest dude on the planet. Look at all that money. You want to talk about, oh, I need to renegotiate my contract. Your contract looks incredible. You got the Maybach, you got the Trackhawk, you got all these plaques, you got stacks. You've literally got, what did he say, $3 million or something. He can't even hold the racks. He had to put some on his head. He got a McLaren. He got every single car. He got a McLaren. He got a Maybach. He got a Cybertruck. I know he's got multiple Ferraris. Look at the state of his car collection. He hadn't even dropped the song yet. And you talking about, we need a better contract. You want a private jet. This is before the song even dropped. You So apparently this guy wasn't happy with his contract. This guy wasn't happy with his income. Bear in mind, he'd been in jail for years and he hadn't released anything. This guy, he said, please, boss. Please, boss. I need more money. I need more money. I haven't got enough money. Apparently, this guy he's so many millions that he had to set some on his head. He's got all of these. Apparently, this guy didn't have enough money. He said, I haven't got enough money. Absolute joke. Absolute clown. What an idiot. This absolutely greedy clown, all right? He's a fool. What are you doing? Look at the state of this. Bro, he will talk about he ain't got enough money, all right? He did the stupidest shit trying to take this into his own hands. Now he got a bigger problem than a contract. Gucci was known. If Gucci was known for that, he should have thought the contract through from the jump. Now he's fried. If I was Gucci, I'd strike a deal with Fortnite and get a virtual Pooh concert, maybe some skins available as merchandise. He might as well just sell him up the river, man. Sell him up the river. Just have him doing any type of endorsement. Gucci getting all the money too. People saying F Gucci's career's over with. His bank account's looking healthy right now. At this point, he don't even need to drop for real and have a rap career. If Pooh's still signed to his label, he could just make money off Pooh's career and image, something he's been doing for the past 5 years already. People saying that's why Gucci deserved to get bitched by Pooh. Pooh getting bitched by Gucci all over the internet now. Pooh lost in the end. Bro could have just enjoyed his $20 million, bad bitches, $1 million cards, and being the king of Memphis with Chopper Gang on his back. He literally threw it all away to just look gangster. People saying Pooh should have smoked Gucci at this point, right? Crazy. Imagine you threw your life away and you'll be in prison forever, but consider that a W compared to a multi-millionaire profiting off you. Straight goofy for real. Tell the truth. You went out like a real crash dummy. And after all that, boy, you're still signed to me. They're saying Pooh Shiesty's sick to his stomach. Checkmate. Life is chest, not Connect 4. But Pooh Shiesty was playing. Pooh Shiesty was trying to play chess, not checkers. Right? This checkers, not chest. It's crazy. They're saying Gucci literally owns him now. Crazy part is that the Fed paperwork said Gucci was willing to work with him, and I assume for that meeting, he was openly willing to negotiate, or else he would have never shown up. Pooh hit him with crazy-ass terms, and he was probably like, man, I'm gone. I get the sense that Pooh never had a real entertainment contract lawyer, because in none of the paperwork has there been ever any mention of him consulting an attorney or having one present for anything. You can't go into negotiations like that. So he was already done from the start. He could have got himself killed, because I'm sure Gucci wanted to double back and get active behind what happened, but the Feds got involved almost ASAP, so it put any sort of physical get back to rest. Now Pooh is an indentured servant. He is servant to Gucci Mane. Pooh Shiesty should be the poster child for how not to do business or go about things in life. He cared too much about being a street gangster, foot soldier, versus a business gangster. The real gangsters, I bet he has no investment, spent all his money on cars, clothes, shoes, weed, and bullshit. Probably kept most of his money in cash like a dummy, so now he'll be in red with the label, cash flow tight, bleeding out financially in legal fees, may have to pay restitution, doesn't own his music catalog, looking at a potential life sentence, either outright or enough years being dropped on his head, depending on how trial goes if he takes it there, and any plea deal is going to probably start at 20 to 25 years off top. And the other problem for him is that he's also involved in too many other people in the incident that will most likely tell on him. None of this was worth it. His reputation is ruined, so his image of wanting to look like a gangster is only appealing to a small group of YNs, but mostly everybody else looks at him as beyond stupid. No major label will ever want to do business with him again if he somehow manages to get a lighter sentence, which looks highly unlikely. That was Chiracology, so the real streets, all right? This was it going around Atlantology, all right? The home of Gucci Mane. They said, all right. People saying it's business. Pooh can talk all the shit he wants. Gucci's still going to get paid from it. That's the funniest part. All right. It's crazy. They're saying they hope Pooh's people spin back again. Is this Big 30 in the comments or somebody? Because it's like whoever this is that keeps on saying that. Smart move. Throw away millions of dollars on a life of luxury with anything and everything you want because some dumbass street dude with no life thinks you're soft. He's making money. Best revenge. So why keep antagonizing them if something happens, everyone in denial? We get the gist, all right? We get the gist. And after all that, will you still sign Tommy? He did say that, all right? Gucci about to squeeze the juice out of every bit of that record deal, okay? People saying this can't be real, but it's real. It's real, all right? Blog's funny for wording it like this, but if him and his daddy and Big 30 are all happily promoting it, it's not what the headline's still trying to imply. It is Big 1017 on the label, okay? So Shiesty would basically seemingly announce that he was coming back, right? The first track would drop. Pooh Shiesty announces All Eyes on Shiest album, drops the new song Last Man Breathing. All right. Last Man Breathing is crazy. Okay. People saying, so 1017's getting a cut of this, right? Yep. Still under 1017. People saying, is that his final album under contract or something? They got rights to his hologram. He going to be like Mace. All right. They're going to be having him doing singing and dancing, doing hologram tours and shows while he's doing 20 years in the pen. Pains me he's one of the dumbest drill artists ever because I really F with his music for real. He's his own biggest op. Pooh Shiesty wept, for there were no more ops left to slime until he realized there was one last person he could snake, himself. Right? He did all of that shit for 1017 to still have his rights. It is crazy. So they would drop a trailer for the album, and in the trailer, it would apparently showcase, allegedly, Shiesty showing off the Gucci Mane earring that was apparently stolen. All right, I'm not gonna play the sound, but basically, apparently, all right, they're putting evidence next to the stolen jewelry. It says "Last Man Breathing" out now. All Eyes on Shiest album out Friday for entertainment purposes only. Big brr pussy. All right, they saying that these little scenes of him getting raided, they're basically doing a narrative of the robbery. All right, and that was the diamond ring that I just skipped past. Let me pull it up. So the claim is that this is actually the diamond earring that was taken out of Gucci Mane's ears. I don't know for sure. I don't know if Gucci approved that. I don't know if Pooh Shiesty wanted that in there. I don't know if everybody agreed, well, we might as well capitalize on this. But allegedly, a lot of people are saying that that is Gucci Mane's earring, okay? And if it is, that's crazy. Gucci Mane at this point, everyone's calling him a rat. He might as well go along with it. Say, yeah, fuck it. Flex the earring. Go for it. I'm going to get paid. Why not? It's crazy, okay? So they're still dropping it, all right? They're basically creating a narrative out of this, all of this money getting counted, all of the feds looking into things, fake bodies, fake salt. Like, this is crazy. I wonder if this was made with a little bit of AI. But, like, all of these little scenes, you got the McLaren with the gun in it. This low-key looking, I ain't gonna lie, this looking a bit AI-ish to me, but maybe it was genuinely, you know, put together. But this is the All Eyes on Shiest billboard, 7.62 miles. All right, he loves them 7.62 bullets. They said this for entertainment purposes only. I don't know if I believe that. All right, but basically, it's looking crazy. Got the earring. I just wanted to see this next pile of evidence that was here. He's got his dudes in the trenches counting money, a bag, bullets being fired, shell casings in the air, all that. So this is like a wide shot of like this evidence table with stacks of money and diamonds, ice, jewelry that's been taken. And this is hinting towards me, you know, believing that Gucci was quite happy to sign off on this and just let him kind of dramatize the robbery and the details of it. Okay. So it's a very, very interesting play. And they did do some serious marketing for this. Shiesty's Instagram would post a video of the album's billboard in Atlanta. Apparently there was a real life billboard in Atlanta. All Eyes on Shiesty, AEOS. Ooh, my God. It said, they try and live what they rap. I'm rapping how I'm living, main slime. And it's true. It's Pooh Shiesty's new billboard in Atlanta before he drops his album. They're trying to live what they rap. I'm rapping how I'm living, along with Pooh Shiesty rapping. Snitches got voices. Now the game watered down as shit. Gucci Mane said, yeah, whatever, say what you want. I'm going to get paid. I'm getting paid. So Academics would give his opinions on Pooh Shiesty releasing his album. Yes, it was under 1017. Gucci Mane is getting paid. He will be getting his percentage. It's probably very large. All right. This is Academics' thoughts on the whole situation, which is crazy.
Because he just authorized a new Pooh Shiesty album to be released while Pooh Shiesty himself can't get a release from the feds. Now, a trailer came out for an album coming out this Friday. And if you don't know how it goes when you're dropping an album, your label has to approve it, which means Gucci has approved an album from Shiesty. Now, his dad probably still in the business. I think his dad is free. But between his dad and his mom, they probably had to sign off. They probably have power of attorney, and they signed off for him. And their reasoning to let this album drop is probably saying, hey, we're going to need some capital to make sure we could fight this case. So we're not going to say don't drop music because Gucci, the person who's snitching on us, is going to benefit from it. Shit, we need some money to fight the case. So this is actually really interesting. Guwap is like, fuck nigga, you thought you got dropped off you thought you got dropped off the label. You didn't. And in fact, I'm going to authorize an album to drop when you're locked up. So Gucci is getting his money. Pooh Shiesty can't get his freedom. And this is like, you know, a full 360 kind of like approach now where we got to say, call Gucci a snitch, but he's a smart snitch.
He a rich snitch. He a smart. So whatever you want to do, I wouldn't even call him a snitch, to be honest with you. I mean, the guy's got a body. I'm scared of him, low-key. But I don't really think, you know, it's fair to put the snitch jacket on Pooh Shiesty. This crime was so brazen that basically, like, Shiesty snitched on himself. But anyway, people are reacting to the album on Reddit. Okay, it dropped. This is the hip-hop heads basically talking about this drop-in. Should have called it All Eyes on Pooh. All Eyes on Poopy. First song being called I'm Back is so funny to me. The song's fire. Shame he's so stupid. I'm back, brackets, in jail. I'm back in the county. I'm back in the federal penitentiary. That is crazy. Okay, it is absolutely crazy. This shit hard as fuck. Shame he's such a dummy, but also the music probably wouldn't have been this hard. Literally, he kind of has to be an idiot for his music to be this good. It's a shame he had to go out like that because there's not too many trap artists on his level. This thread seems kind of dead, but Shiesty is also way more popular in real life than people on here might think. Not only that, he was one of the few new gen rappers that actually have an effing brand, bro. Shiesty masks could have had a sponsorship with Nike and other brands. FDO was a hit too. I'm so pissed for his sake. He wasted a second chance like this. I can't tell if this joke's a comment, but Nike wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. Nike branded switches for the Gen 4. Are you trying to tell me the rapper who told me to get my favorite bullet tattooed on my face isn't the type of artist that Nike would want to work with? Oh my god. Maybe with Lugs or Skechers, but not Nike. You could have got the Skechers. You could have got the Skechers Shiesty. The Skechers switchers. It's crazy, right? Bigger Than the Program is fire. F with a lot of Jawns on this. Too bad this dude is institutionalized. The album slaps. It's a shame he got locked up again. He's in a league of his own in the trap genre. Everybody, that bar about shooting his ops barber is foul. He shouldn't have been cutting his hair. He a Killionaire, remember? And Gucci still makes money off this? Facts, all right? Facts. People saying it's so tough. He's just a moron, all right? So Pooh Shiesty apparently even talked about the album from behind bars. So this is apparently what he had to say about it.
The fuck chopping, man. You know this shit still going on. We still putting on like cologne, man. This ain't the biggest, man. This is the one that's bigger than the program, man. Yeah, just, you know, ain't shit changed but the environment, man. We got new music on the way. This shit for the fans. This shit for everybody who been waiting. You know, this shit supposed to been out. We don't give a fuck about what no nigga got to say, what no nigga think they know what's going on, especially the internet. Yeah, this shit ain't nothing, some small to a giant, man. It's a pebble to a giant, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna shake back. It ain't about how you trip up or how you stumble or how you fall. It's always how you get back up. You know, everybody can't just get back up like a nigga like. I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna shake back. You know that? I'm gonna shake back. You know how this shit go. Tag me and everything. Yeah, go live to this shit. Slide in them car, whatever y'all on. You know what I'm saying? Run this shit up. Get us to #1. We got more shit in store. You know, I got this shit overload. I told y'all that shit been ready. Like, however this shit gonna go. Nigga, you know what the fuck chopping. Big.
So look, hopefully he recorded a lot of music in what? The few months that he was actually outside? Like, you know what I'm saying? The 6 to 8 months that he was actually out here on the loose. I'm going to say on the loose rather than free, because really he was just on the loose until the feds realized they made a big mistake letting a demon out, all right? They freed the demon, okay? So basically, this is him, all right? All eyes on Shiesty, Fox 13, they reporting on him. He got the lamb truck, all right? FDO, Maine, he had this song on there, okay? It is just insane. So there were 14 new tracks. FDO and Maine had already been out. This song was obviously quite controversial because it came out amidst the kind of rumors breaking that Pooh Shiesty had indeed robbed Gucci Mane. He's got Big 30 on there a couple of times. I'm a big fan of Big 30. All right, there's a few tracks from him. But obviously it is an absolute self-snitching masterclass. It is a how to... If 50 Cent did How to Rob, this is how to tell on yourself, okay? And there were a lot of tracks, all right, from I'm Back, brackets, in jail, all right? From this, he basically talked how he was back to committing crimes. It's not back to jail. It's actually the concept of this song, he was back to committing crimes. I'm back popping my shit, back robbing again, back topping your bitch, back calling shots again. What, leading your criminal gang? I'm back charging a bitch. I'm back slaughtering shit. I'm back on bullshit. Once again, I'm locked in with TP. We finna make a hit. He definitely locked in, not with TP though. You know what I'm saying? He locked in. He might be locked in with some TP, a different kind of TP in his cell by the toilet stall. But anyway, okay, it is just ridiculous. The institution lied. Shit's serious. Swim with sharks. You gonna get curious. I'm a effing gang leader. This shit way deeper than lyrics. I put an OT. I wasn't lazy. I was destined for these riches. Part of being rich, part of the plan. I got premeditated millions. Who the F is buying bodies? What the F is buying bodies to a killionaire? It's just crazy. Okay, as soon as I confirmed he up in there, I sent 4 of my killers in there. F it, spray his barber too. He shouldn't have been cutting his hair. All right, it's crazy. So he just told on himself back to back to back to back, all right? And just endless back to back. And he basically admitted to killing people on here, or at least, you know, attempting to kill people. It's kind of interesting. His little dude Crash caught 2 hats back to back thinking he the sickest. They just put 20 on his head. Tomorrow it's going to be 50. Don't have the nerve to tell me turn him over or take the ticket. I respond back, got to kill me too. Pull up now. We on Simpson. He's basically talking about having people killed. Right, so he's got this other lyric on the track, Federal Reality. This one is interesting because he's admitting to an attempted murder or perhaps even a murder. Right, he said stood over blank with that brr. People saying he's talking about Moo Moo. Somehow that bitch survived though. In the trenches sitting on the curb, I hear the streets telling me go. Since they locked up Smirk, I don't listen to federal nightmares no more. This shit reality, they plotting to shatter us with the Rico. These dudes will shoot at you, you bust back. They gonna tell the folks 6 months in isolation. I learned to master patience. Show me who real and fake. Posting free Shiesty won't save them. So obviously there's all this talk about these shootings that he's been involved in. I've broken these down into you know, different videos where I've kind of broken down some of the alleged things. This exact line was actually in a previously leaked track where he did actually have the name, you know, outright over Moo Moo. I got kicked out FCI, crashed with the GD, Glizzy froze, stood over Moo Moo with that burr. Somehow that bitch survived though. So this was kind of a leak that came out before called Last Seen Evil. And Redditors have kind of been discussing this leak for months. It was about 6 months ago that this one actually kind of was circulating. Pooh Shiesty dissing Moo Slime on an unreleased track. They've obviously taken this down now. He says, finally tired of that FDO. He brought back his regular flow. He said he stood over Moo Moo with that brrr. Somehow that bitch survived though. Y'all think this shit true about what he said? People saying, I ain't gonna lie, that's not no shit to just pull out the ass and make up. But MF's gonna think what they want to think, so I don't know. The way them CGE hoes always putting business out there, we would have been heard Shiesty flogging his ass off just like Bobby about Double O. People saying, I ain't gonna lie, I feel you, because then it's Pooh Shiesty. All the street stuff, killer stuff he rap about, we ain't never really heard no stories or shit about nothing he did, but he got respect from everybody and street dudes vouch for him, so we can't say if he's lying or not. All right, so basically, it's interesting. It says, so that shit about the GDs pressing him was true. They're saying it is, but it wasn't, but it is, but it isn't, because that was started by King Yella, who claimed he was pressed in USP over the Should Have Ducked song, and I don't think that was true, but like he said in this song, he had an altercation with GDs in an FCI prison, got transferred, and that it was over a phone. So I think the GD part matched by coincidence, but it's not the same story. Okay, very interesting. So Memphis 10, the subreddit that kind of follows the streets of Memphis, they believe several of Pooh's bars on the new album are actually going after his former friends EBG. And apparently EBG Moo Slime actually responded to this diss that came out officially on the album, even though it had been circulating in a leak for 6 months. But Moo Slime actually responded to Pooh Shiesty saying that he stood over him and shot him, and he was lucky that the gun clicked, basically.
Nigga can't speak on this blank ass mission. Ah, shit the fuck up if I was you. Hey, I'm the nigga who got up on him his drink, did him like Scarface in his drink, you hear me? He having nightmares about slime. My nigga can't say my name, speak on this blank ass mission. Man, free me. Stump it.
So he's locked up in jail. He's saying you shouldn't really be talking about me. You over there having nightmares about me. It said Moo Dude be on his mind in a lot of raps. Probably the only one dude that Pooh done shot for real. People saying go try him. Can't no more.
Nigga can't speak on his blank ass.
People saying you can't try him no more. Dick eating ass. He said that doesn't even make sense. Like I said, go try him. Is he not locked up? Your knees hurt. All right. Says his sentences sound way better now he's locked up. I guess he's off the drugs. Says weird that's how he's just now responding because the snippet's been out for 6 months. They're saying go listen to the album. He's talking about Moo and the guys on a couple songs, but never did speak on the mob or how his cousin scored on 37 and knocked down his right hand. And a CPL, a couple more, and a couple more, man. Shiesty, a P word. He definitely talked about the mob and AOB on that album too. It said, yeah, he was for sure dissing AOB and EBG through the album, but I'm going to go back through it. I think dude did say something about the Mo being on that. So folks has overly been dissing AOB and EBG in every album. Universal Memphis Street Rule 101. Don't speak on the MOB. You ain't hear what happened to his left-hand homeboys for doing that. Says that dude named Moo Slime and he actually put you in a mind of a cow. That shit crazy. I don't know if that makes sense. People saying, how long's Moo got? It says gun on social media leads to 60-month sentence for gang leader Moo Slime. And that was, well, this says 5 months ago, I would assume. 5 years, they call him a gang leader. They're saying he'll be out in 2. Was he talking about an altercation in jail? No, back when Moo Slime got shot. He said, y'all see what Gucci doing? Pay attention. He gonna F them over in the long run. Be real. Why would he drop an album knowing Shiesty talking stupid about his ops and the dude's locked up? Dude's book's about to be paid. So very interesting, okay? Now, Pooh Shiesty apparently was taking shots at Gucci Mane too. On the track Reap What You Sow, they're saying that he was talking about Gucci in this lyric, where he basically said, at first you said I was just talking, now all of a sudden you believe in me. All I asked was for the bare minimum. Bro held his nuts on me, so I took it there. F you mean. So basically it's trying to say that he actually kind of, he deserved it, and he said that, you know, he said like, at first, Gucci said I was just talking, asking for more peas. Now all of a sudden you believe in me and dropping the album. All I asked for was the bare minimum. Bro held his nuts on me, so I took it there. He said I took it there. I just asked for a little bit more money out of my deal, which was pre-agreed. People are pointing out that he mentioned Chief Keef. Chief Keef fans are related. Sosa got mentioned on the new album. He said, kick down the door, turn the whole city up. I can't go like Sosa. Hate being sober. Aventador, SVJ Roadster, Twin Toasters. This is the one Gucci said he was finna drop, ain't it? The Hate Being Sober bar is about Keef, but he said can't go like Sosa. He's talking about Sosa from Scarface, who was content to move strategic and send his team off, while Tony in Scarface was willing to go guns blazing himself. Hence why he says he's an Aventador with twin toasters, 2 guns, because he's going to do the sliding himself. Pooh Shiesty is for real talented, but went out like an idiot. People saying, got to give it to you. That's the best dissection of a bar I've seen in a while. You got it, my guy. All right. Can't go like Sosa. Kick down a door, turn the whole city up. Hate being sober. Twin toasters in that SVR Aventador. It's pretty smart lyric. But he wasn't smart enough to keep himself out of jail. What's interesting is Chief Keef kind of had these deep ties to Memphis. He was actually seen with the Trula Mafia members that were kind of, you know, it says Pooh Shiesty literally looked up to Chief Keef, lol, and he ain't sacrificed nobody. They all died from street stuff besides Fredo, who died of drug issues. He didn't get bullied by Chicago police. The mayor literally banned him for years. And what's crazy is this is Chief Keef, Tato, and Trey Savage in Memphis with the Trula Mafia. And rumor has it that I'm pretty sure that's the guy that killed Young Dolph. All right, straight drop. That's straight drop, the Young Dolph's murderer. All right, locked in with Chief Keef and them back in the day. So they've been overly locked in, right? And Pooh Shiesty's posted legendary moments. R.I.P. J Money. Okay. It is actually crazy that this much Memphis history is connected to Chief Keef. Obviously, you know, as far as connections to Memphis go and social media and clout right now, Bender Don is obviously very relevant. He talked about a particular bar that was talking about jail time. This is him basically. It's Bender Don reacting to Pooh Shiesty mentioning his homie doing 75 years and saying they'll be released when they turned 100. Saying, oh, you want to be a gangster? Some of these dudes getting out when they turn into dust. They got to walk you out in a vase. Listen to this.
They gave a homie 75. He get out when we turn 100. God damn.
Yeah.
Imagine a nigga, you in the Fed, nigga tell you, yeah, I get out when I'm 100.
Shit.
Well, listen, all y'all want to be tough. Y'all want to be on that gangster shit. This niggas in there getting out when they is dust. They gonna let your ass out. If you get out when you 100, they gonna put you in one of them vases. and walk your ass out them prison doors in a good Asian. It's gonna have good Asian art on that motherfucker in a vase.
Some fine china.
Yeah, that's crazy as hell. Hopefully by that time we live a little longer.
It's crazy, okay? Now, here's a little interesting throwback, okay? So you might remember that when Pooh Shiesty actually had a jail picture that was going around, this is a 2023 prison photo with Pooh Shiesty included in it, and there was a rat emoji on one of his homeboys' faces. Now, this was going around, okay? People saying he worried about the wrong shit, all right? Shout out to Flacco for posting this. Well, Pooh Shiesty actually addressed that on the track JPay and Call Links. Now, this was kind of an interesting little bit of insight. It says Pooh Shiesty addresses the rat emoji prison photo in his track JPay and Call Links. He was real imposter, slime fake. I felt it in his face, so I blew up that hot N-word, but his paperwork was straight. He told before in the state it was on a pharmacy case. After that, putting him on IG, rat emoji on his face, got the drops, heard he landed at Pollock the other day. So he keeping tabs on these fools. He talking about somebody was a rat in a pharmacy case. He told on him in the state, even though his paperwork was straight. He airing everybody out. There were some more interesting lyrics that went around. A lot of people were clocking the, you know, the self-snitching, the incrimination, everything. So Pooh Shiesty said, without a gun, I could choose 37 ways to kill a dude. Got more killers than Al-Qaeda. He said, without a gun, I could choose 37 ways to kill an N-word. I upped my knife. Nudie just wanted to fight until I sticked him. N-word, go get you a striker. Quit shooting at folks out them rentals. These pussy rappers keep on misleading. Bay, I stand on who I am. Go check my credentials. I got more killers than Al-Qaeda. Shiesty bin Laden, N-word. 3-inch 300 blackout came with a gold binary trigger. What on earth is he talking about? He's Saddam Hussein and Osama bin Laden in the same person. What is he doing? Now, there are some lyrics that are claiming that he might have actually dissed NBA Youngboy. It says, Pooh Shiesty on collecting tears. We don't listen to cap rap like YB. That's what people are thinking he says. He said, these pussy rappers keep misleading you. Quit listening to these N-words. I know you ain't never killed before. You took your blank with you. N-word, yeah. So, this, I feel like they're trying to instigate with this tweet, to be honest with you. These pussy rappers keep misleading you. I know you ain't never killed before. You took your blank with you, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if he's talking about your bitch with you or your shit with you or your... I don't know. All right? But anyway... So there's obviously, look, there's been speculation that Big 30 might have cooperated. You know, Big 30 responded to these. I want to make it clear. All right. I was never ever saying that I think Big 30 is telling or that I've got any information that Big 30 is telling. I was just reporting on the fact that people have said this. Obviously, people have said this because he has responded to it. And I love Big 30's music. No disrespect to Big 30. Based on just what I know from his music, I wouldn't have thought he would have ever told, right? And he said, don't believe the hype. Never will I ever. And I believe him, right? I believe Big Dirtball, okay? I rate Big 30. He is just as good as Pooh Shiesty as a rapper, in my opinion, okay? And Big 30, he did promote and post Pooh Shiesty's album on his Instagram story. He showed support for the release. Posted up a story. He said, was taught, don't let him see you sweat. Finna shock the world. Love you, bruh. We all we got. So they collaborated on a couple of tracks, the CMO freestyle and Still on Timing. Big 30 was released on bond while awaiting trial on June the 6th, while Pooh Shiesty would be denied bond. Now, Big 30's role in the incident is obviously less serious than Pooh Shiesty's, but obviously a lot of people think that just the mere fact that he got bail in such a serious kidnapping case with hella evidence is proof of something nefarious going on. But as you see, he has denied it. I couldn't possibly believe Big 30 would do that. But this says Pooh Shiesty's bond has been denied again. No shit. All right. People saying, why did he even try this shit? All right. He's not getting a bond. The legal team proposed a 700 grand private security plan. It was still denied. He's waiting trial. He'll remain in custody until at least... Well, he will remain in custody for a long-ass time, but the trial is scheduled for February 2027. And people saying it's wild he threw his life away about this shit. Literally could have been rich for life by just doing shows and features and fulfilling the contract, even if it wasn't a good one. Tons of artists have bogus first deals and just release music to meet the contract, then go back independent or sign a better deal elsewhere. He had motion and could have made a lot of money legally without doing this shit. It's crazy. Saying Lou Reed made a whole album just talking about assembling furniture to release his option. That's hilarious. All that evidence against him. He needs to stop wasting taxpayer money trying to get bail. Here's the thing that I will say, all right? Why can't rappers just release a good album and finish their contract and do right by the people that put them on in the first place? All this, oh, I'm releasing a shitty album on purpose to get out my contract with the people that believed in me at the start so that I can make all the money on my actual album I'm going to make effort in. Why don't you just make effort on everything you do? Maybe I'm built different, all right? But like, why not just make effort on everything you do in life, right? You're not too cool for effort. But anyway, that's the last little bit of philosophy that I'm going to leave you with. Pooh Shiesty's cooked. He told on himself. But despite that, the album is fire and he is the realist. That's it. See you next time.